Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to show you our new tabs feature in the Vinoshipper point of sale. So when you're looking at your cart on the point of sale, you will notice you have a new button. That button is right here, and that is your tabs button. You'll also notice beneath cart that in blue is a time. Now, that time is actually a default name for the tab, and that'll be the time that the tab was created, but we can, of course, change that. So if you click on that time, you will bring up the edit tab sheet. So we can go ahead and start editing this tab. So let's say we want to call this tab six top. I'm going to go ahead and click save. And now I've updated the tab's name. Add service note is an internal note that will only live on the tab, so it will not be seen by the customer and it will not link with their Vinoshipper profile. So let's say I know that they are celebrating a birthday. I can put that information, and any of my team members that look at the tab will be able to see that note. And then if we keep working our way down, we have an optional field to search for a customer. So let's say we know this customer and they're one of our existing clients, we can look them up. So I'm going to choose AJ. And then you'll see for payment, I can go ahead and enter a card to save to the tab, or I can use the card that I have on file. If I want to enter a card, I can go ahead and do that. And what will happen is that card will be saved to the tab, and I'll have the option later to use the card that was saved to the tab, or I can enter a different card at that time. So I'm going to quickly just enter this information. And when I hit set up, that will go ahead and check that card information, and then it will go ahead and put it onto the tab. And then team member, of course, is who's hosting them and who you want the sale to be attributed to. It can also be changed if you click this edit button. You can go ahead and choose any team member and assign it to them. I'm going to just leave it as is for now. And so if I go ahead and close this edit tab, I have all of my information showing on my cart here. So while this person is doing their tasting, I can go ahead and start adding merchandise or, their tasting fees. So we'll go ahead and add a few tasting fees. And then, this information is saved to the tab. What we can do from here is we can go ahead and click on tabs, and that'll allow us to create a new tab without losing any of that information. So I'm going to do 12 top for this one. We'll say this is a big group. Let's say I don't have any additional information for them right now. I'll just go ahead and click save. And now you can see over here that I have the 12 top. So if I go ahead and click on my tabs, I am able to see the two tabs that I have just created. What I can also do is use this blue filter button, and what that will do is allow me to look at tabs from different views. So I could do all tabs, which would be any and all open tabs within my organization. I can do my tabs, and that would just show tabs that I myself have created. On this device, pretty self-explanatory. And then in this location, so if you have multiple locations, you could just do that location. But if I'm going to show you all tabs, now what's interesting here is you can see all of the tabs that I created and also ones that have been created on other devices. So this is really nice if you want to help a team member. Let's say this bachelorette party. Let's say Adrienne is working with them, but I want to help her get them settled up. I could go ahead and click on the tab and click open tab. And what that will do is allow me to work on this tab for her. So let's say I just wanted to help her ring them up. I would go ahead and add things to their cart, and I could place the order. And that would allow me to place the order for her, but it will not change that she's the team member. And you can still see that if you click there, you can see that she's still the team member that will get the sales attribute and will also get any tips that they leave her. Another option is you can take over a tab. So let's say Adrienne started creating the tab, but she actually wasn't the one who started to host them, and I wanted to take over the tab. So what I could do from here is click take over, and that'll change the team member information to me, and I could go ahead and host them and process their order, and then the sales attribute would go to me and any tips that they left me. I also have a function here with this button that I could click and I could change the team member. I could adjust discounts, do notes as normal, but I could also delete the tab. So that's a fast way to go ahead and delete the tab. And then now I can see all my open tabs. So let's go back to this six top for a minute. And so AJ is ready to go. He had a great time, and we're going to go ahead and place his order. Now, you saw me enter a card on his tab. I could go ahead and use the card on the tab. And if I wanted to, I could toggle this on to update saved card. And when I go ahead and process this order, his card information would then be saved to his profile. So you can turn that on or off. And then you can, of course, if he doesn't want to use the card that was on the tab, I could do other payment methods and I could go ahead and enter a new card or do cash. And I could also go back to the card on tab. So I'm going to just do card on tab quickly so you can see that. And now his profile has been updated with that card information that I put on the tab. So I'll have it ready for the next time he comes in. So again, just remember you can open many tabs and have them kind of simultaneously working. That way, you can help your other team members by settling up for them or, take over a tab. And you can go ahead and name it whatever you need to. So it's a pretty awesome function, especially to kind of keep things efficient and, start collecting information about the sale as you go. And then you can just quickly switch back over to a different tab. So easy breezy. Hope you enjoy. Bye-bye.